Hey Pillar Church, I hope all of you are doing well. I know quarantine has been extended for another 3 weeks, which is difficult to hear, which is difficult to take. But first of all, I wanted to show you my quarantine haircut. There we go. Actually, it's just my normal haircut. My wife has been cutting my hair for the last 5 years to save money because I need the money. But I know some of you are thinking your hair wasn't that long. It was 0.8 millimeters. Now it's about 0.3. So to be fair, there's a big difference there. But anyway, I just wanted to encourage you today, just to share a verse. Before I do that, there's a story behind this verse. Just the other day, I I'm into this running thing at the moment. I don't know how long it's gonna last for, but decided to take my daughter with me to go running. So she was really excited. She put on her running shoes, and as we were jogging to begin with, she was going, "Daddy, I'm faster than you." Well, she is faster than the old man. And so she was racing on ahead, and I thought, do I talk to her? Do I pull her to the side? Or do I just kind of let this play out? So I thought, I'll let it play out. So she's running ahead of me, and soon I catch up to her, and we're running and running. We run for a solid 10 minutes. She's only 6 years old, so she's doing a great job. We get to almost halfway, and she's like, "Daddy, I'm tired. I can't keep going." So as a typical dad, I say, let's do 1 more minute. Let's keep going for a little bit more, and then we stop. But for me, it was a teaching moment. I was able to talk to her about her breathing, her stride, her form as she was running, all those things that if I had bombarded her at the beginning, she probably wouldn't get. But because she had experienced it, she almost kind of failed. And then afterwards, when we were running home, she was running a lot better. And we talked about getting her shoes and doing, running a bit more frequently. And she loved it. And I was just thinking about this situation, that moment. And it just kind of took me to Isaiah 46:10. So I'm going to be reading from the NIV. I don't normally read from the NIV, but I'm going to read it from it today. It just makes more sense. So Isaiah 46:10, it says, this is God kind of talking to his people. He says, "I make known the end from the beginning, from ancient times, what is still to come." And the point there is that God sees clearly the ending just as we see clearly the beginning. So as we're beginning to see something, God has already seen the ending just as clearly as we're seeing something begin. So here's the point I'm making with this, especially this bit of the verse. God has seen the ending. He knows exactly what's going to happen. Nothing has caught him by surprise. For us, with a little bit of understanding, it might seem like, I just can't keep running. I want to give up. Now, going back to when I was running with my little girl, she was right there with me, and I was right there with her, keeping a step. I knew just when breaking point was, and I was just right there, trying to be a good father and trying to help her along, but also make that moment a teaching moment. So God sees the end as clearly as we see the beginning. And the last bit of that verse, it says, "And I will do all that I please." God's works and plans never fail. Whatever God intends to do, he does it, and it will happen. So I want to encourage you today, God is in control. God knows what he's doing. We might not necessarily understand that. And what we need to be able to do is not be led by our feelings and our emotions, but we guide our feelings and our emotions, and we cast those cares, we take them to God, and we keep on relying on him. You might be wondering what that noise is. That means Gio is coming in any moment now. All right, God bless you guys. Have a great week, and we'll see you again soon.